Continuing with our previous video that has made some errors that now complete this. So let's start our server first. Start. Let's open another watch mode. Tablet. Developer options here. So this error that icon error that we treat that just save this file. That continuing that back to the assigned projects. So let's go there that we not this file that .ts and the projects. Let's make a for loop here that if and check item of this dot assigned project, if this possible, then if this available, then so now so let's make another constant here that is constant list item. That's to making a new element dot create element with ID that has list name. Let's say, and what is this list item dot text context content that project item that we have dot title that we want to use or want to store here, and now append list dot append list al dot append child with the list item. Okay, that's okay. That's also. Now that's okay. So let's define typecasting here as L U L list element. Now it's gone. Meant that assigned to the notionalizer and not assigned in the constructor. So come to our construction function. Let's define or use that assign projects and projects equals to an array. So now Polar has been gone now. So now let's save it and compile the. So when we enter such thing, the title having something. So let's say 10. If we add project, then we have there that type kind description, but not that here. So let's see what is the. Then we can go to the prompt that I mentioned that make it project name title and description. So let's say 5 and the title this and also finishing this. And let's make another demo of those samples of input. Okay, so that we have error that first project is repeating and then we getting our second project. So now let's start working. Then create like these and represent elements, add and listener, submit handler, and some input types HTML that I created. That firstly mainly they add a basic doc HTML that is same here, and this is the Falcon error that we see that it's an error. So Falcon is that the icon, let's say, when it comes to the prompt that this symbol that you have seen that is the Falcon here. So we have images here that we logo or image that we want. So let's making a form and clearing our input types. So form that input type checkbox type in which let's open this first. So you can see that how it works. Yes, that file. File names. Types. Where's the file? Here that I like created the title that we publish. So these are the such. Let's first and see what it shows to us. See that we have a form. So this is a created form. Like type checkbox with the name and value as a pen and is a label for that. The label for pen that we have with the ID this. These are using when we create such projects of that page. Now again a checkbox for pencil. Now that is here we have the that is now the second thing is that the color that to choose the color that we want to use something. So this is for the input color type. Now that we are using date label, that is the date format that we can enter April. Here let's say 2018 date something in something that we can use. Now date time local, that is date, month, year, and this is the time with hours, minutes, and result seconds. Now with the email, that option that search ID @gmail.com, that's present perfect. That's that's perfect. For @gmail.com. This is the mail ID that we use here. That input type must be a mail type, and for the file, let's using that to the file from the desktop when we upload something or do something. Next thing is hidden. Hidden. These are the hidden such that if submit something in the form that the user cannot see, that only the developer can use to hide the information that user will enter. Now the image to let's getting the image, but no image added here, so nothing. For the month, that is month. For the number, number here and password here that we enter, that we used in the entering password. Now the radio button, that radio button we use. Now then the range to set the range. Next one is the reset button to reset how it functions. And method is reset and search. This is the search to search something that we used. Submit and tell number. That is text, time, URL here, and the week if you want to use. And that's all the finish. These are the input types that Renly uses, and such another input types that we use that we see in our PS5. That these are such by default. Okay, the user input. This is the function that we take. List the types that these are the any types that cannot be used. Just defining the types that we use. So let's making it just for these that to define these. Let's say class for main project. This class the constructor function. Class and the class. The constructor will have these will have the main elements that we are using. That must have a new project, must have an ID, must have a title, and such description and number of people that will. So that is title, description, number of people. Okay, that must have an argument with this, that is defining publicly. ID which will be of type string. Public. Now title which will be of type string. Same here. Public again. Description. Description. Which will be type string here. And that I was the E that is of type number here. And another thing that has to be defined, that the status of the project that we are working, that if we using there, that if we save such project, then project comes to both that in active and finished project. So to differentiate them, making another public item that is public status. That will be a type now, a little type that we use that is active union. Next, that we use there, that this is the type that to define or to check the status that project is active or is that finished. So to differentiate them, is that if you do not want to, the much better we can use that. Let's here and create a num here that having just two values. Let's say num with project class project status having two values that have active and second one is miss. Okay, got that bracket that will current that has to be used there. So now use this enum as that is project status. Just simply use so it take that this or this as that we are using here that must equals to these union. Let's go that it having that this or this value that automatically taken that 0 as taken as active and 1 as taken as finished. We can use this also as the union type that we use them there that instead of finding these different things just remove all this and just assign a simple thing that we have project there that comes to new project is equals to our new project which is having about all our first to that map of random to string converter thing. And second thing that we have description and number of people that we have people and the final thing that we added there that is status project status that is active or finished. So project status project state count status and let's assign this as active before using not showing the error that project is not available. Not didn't include new, but I include new. Not doing this. Okay. Found an error. It has to be is closing the constant new project. This not okay. This is another thread that's another has been that is the rest of one extra is there. Okay. Now this is all that has been removed here. And that we have defined any type that define type as project type. That's need to remove. Not the project as is defined as project array. And another thing that is meant for that, I mean that now okay that's net that not be that is that so that project will be a project type. Another thing that is here is that done by using the creator type type is new and the is new not function only this new because of now getting the function is what this is an arrow operator that goes this and must have this type stuff that have this not have some arguments say item that we have type project as we are using arrays so let's put down there and what could it return say concept now facing this use a new function but that's not your function normally that's a listener function so another name that because we are not looking for one thing that we do first picking up now coming back to filter our projects that the projects are assigning here so that we can do here that we just assign such new projects by filtering them. So let's say here we have another constant let's have relevant one more project that will hold the value of the project dot filter project dot filter that we have functionality of this that is the project project. And what will it do? That will return a function type. Let's have gadget that will return such a function. Let's have gadget dot checking the status. The status if project status is active, active that if it is called, then do something. So what is that do one have, this is for that is disclose disclose. Okay. Now checking the conditions that if is possible, that if this dot type that equals false to the active, then what it will do is that return such status. Return project status. Project status dot active. And else what it will do? It will return the same thing, but now in finished. Projects. Now open this bracket closes. There. That's relevant projects declared but not used. So we have to use there. Now but here that is reference projects. Now if checking the condition that is the status is active, then for the update the value of the project status with active, and if not, that is the else condition we have. This is the else condition that return the finished state. So now let's show what it shows. The name with the title, something, description, something, and the people with such value. Adding project. Now just we have value only in this active project, and what is to another thing that is another okay number 2. Then we are having that arrow saying that having duplicate values here. But one thing that has done that to filter these projects in the active and the finished projects. So let's now do this error also. This is the rendering of the project here. Let's go to our render project that here, and let's do the single thing in the thing that is use that assign that value of the placed element. By default, its inner HTML value will be a blank value. Now let's do the let's make title description something in the post project that we have, and let's do another thing. We can check that duplicate error found or not. So now that error has been found that it is not repeating and now making duplicate things that, and let's try one another. Not so. It is okay. 5 is 3. So now that is not repeating and making such unique that we are making. So this error has been removed. Now the thing that is remained, that is to finish project something here, and it is only can show us the title, not showing the description, the people. And now work on this.